Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a cleaning video. Woo! I know I haven't been doing much of those. If you're new to my channel, I'm Juliana. My daughter is Penelope. She's right over there. And we recently just moved from Louisiana back to Pennsylvania, where we originally lived, and we're currently staying at my in-laws because we haven't found a place to live. So I haven't been doing much cleaning videos, but I usually will do a lot more. When we move in, I'll be back to doing at least once a week cleaning video, but I also do lots of vlogs, lifestyle vlogs about motherhood, about our days as a mom. I just got back to work. I used to be a stay-at-home mom. Now I'm working a little bit. What else can I tell you about us? I do tons of fashion hauls. I love fashion. Share a lot of it on my Instagram account. But yeah, today we'll be doing a cleaning video, and I hope you guys like it and enjoy it. Also, if this is your first time watching, I hope you subscribe and follow our journey of moving into a new place, decorating, all those good stuff. Tons of fun activities for the summer, and just, you know, join in our little tribe. But let's go ahead and get started because I have a lot to do and not a lot of time. I have to go to work today, so using the morning to clean, and then I will be heading to work. So let's go ahead and jump right into this cleaning video. Okay, so here I'm just showing you kind of like what I'm dealing with, what I'm starting with. I didn't finish cleaning after breakfast, so I have that mess in the kitchen, and then just kind of like a mess all around. But we're just gonna be doing not a super deep cleaning, but we are gonna be doing a good cleaning of this area in the house. So we're starting the kitchen, and the first thing I like to do is to take care of the dishes. I had already emptied the dishwasher earlier, so all I'm doing is putting whatever dishes I have to put in the dishwasher, and then we're gonna go ahead and wash whatever I wash by hand. Okay, so here's a random question for you guys. I know cleaning is not for everyone. It is not my favorite, but I just like to live in a clean environment. But what is your favorite thing to clean when it comes to cleaning? And what is your least favorite? I think my least favorite is doing dishes, even though I like them a little bit more than I used to now. They're still my least favorite thing to do. And my favorite, we all know, is vacuuming. I love vacuuming. But what is yours? I want you guys to comment down below and tell me, because I always like to hear what people enjoy when they're cleaning and what they hate the most. So once I'm finally done with all the dishes, I'm gonna go ahead and start clearing up the counters so I could take care of them, getting rid of anything that doesn't belong here. This plant is super dead and not coming back, so I'm just getting rid of it. And once I have everything cleared up, I'm gonna go ahead and start wiping everything down. So I am cleaning the counters how my mother-in-law does it. She uses the barkeeper's friend and a wet sponge to kind of like scrub them down, and then I am using my regular German chamois to wipe that off. And my German chamois again is also damp, and that just gets rid of whatever product was on there. And then I'm using whatever product I have left on it to wipe down the walls in the kitchen. They are just tile, so it works out really good. And then to finish it off, I just like to dry off everything with a dry towel. So once we're finished with that side, I'm just moving to the windowsill, wiping it down with the sponge and the German chamois, wiping down all these little guys that belong there, and then we'll take care of the sink. So once I finish wiping down the whole area, I'm gonna move on to the sink, and I'm starting with the faucet. I'm just using my German chamois with whatever barkeeper's product was left on it. Actually, that product is really good on stainless steel, which is what the faucet is made of. So I'm just wiping it down with that and then just drying it off with a towel. and then just putting everything back on the windowsill and getting the sink done.
If the kingdom is overthrown, meet me at the cornerstone. I know that I can't be without you. This bond is solid gold. We're a diamond and an emerald. It took me forever to find you. 'Cause when it's all over, the love that you give will be there to guide you in every way.
So for the sink again, I am just using the same thing. I'm using my sponge and just sprinkling the barkeeper's friend all over the sink and just scrubbing it down really nice, and then I just go ahead and rinse it off with really hot water. Once I'm done with the sink, I'm gonna go ahead and put away the dishes that I did by hand just to get them out of the way, and I will do the same thing in this corner. Just get rid of anything that is on the counter and then just wipe everything down, scrub it down with the barkeeper's friend, and then wipe it down and then just put everything back in its place.
I know that we can rise together. This vision that we share is ours. Together we can touch the stars. I know that we will see December. 'Cause when it's all over, the love that you give will be there to guide you in every way. Now we've been.
I must say I am very impressed with this barkeeper's friend. It really does a good job in cleaning, and it leaves no residue, which I really like. And my mother-in-law said that she uses it because I guess the type of counter she has, you need something more abrasive than just like a spray, and she actually doesn't like to use any sprays because she says they leave buildup. So this is why she uses the barkeeper's friend, and I actually think it did a really good job. So now that I'm done with the counters, I'm just putting everything back, wiping everything down before I put it back in its place, and then we will move on. So I'm actually just wiping down the stove really quick with the German chamois. I did cook the night before and clean the stove really good, so all I had to do today was just wipe it down. All I did for myself was make some egg whites, so it was super easy. And then just finishing this little bit of the counter and moving on to polishing all the stainless steel. Okay, so to polish the stainless steel, we are using this perfect stainless spray that my mother-in-law uses. I actually really like this, you guys, and you know that my struggle with stainless steel sprays is, it's always a struggle, but I actually think this product is really good. At the beginning you think it's just too greasy and too much, but it actually dries out really well, and it leaves the stainless steel looking super shiny, and it gets rid of anything that might be on it. So I actually really liked it. To clean the glass, I used my glass cleaner. I actually brought it with me because I used it right before we were moving, so it just was in the car when we drove, but that's what I used. And again, here in the fridge, I am just using the same spray just to polish the stainless steel, and then the last thing we'll do is polish the dishwasher. So to finish up the kitchen, I'm gonna go ahead and take care of the island. As you could tell, it's quite a mess. I mean, no different than what my island back home used to be. We just tend to just put everything on it. So I'm just getting rid of anything that doesn't belong here, getting the island cleared up, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and clean it the same way I clean all of the counters, using the barkeeper's fan, wiping it down, and then drying it off.
The summer's calling. The summer's calling. If the kingdom is overthrown, meet me at the cornerstone. I know that I can't be without you. This bond is solid gold. We're a diamond and an emerald. It took me forever to find you. 'Cause when it's all over, the love that you give will be there to guide you in every way. Now we've been through the cold and dark.
And last, I'm also just wiping these lamps because I noticed they were a little dusty, so I'm just using my damp German chamois with no product on it to wipe them down, and we're moving on to the dining room. So moving on to the dining room, I am starting again by just clearing up whatever doesn't belong here, which is kind of like a lot, but not too bad. So I'm just getting rid of everything that is here, and then just starting to clean the lamp. Again, just wiping it down with the German chamois, and then I'm just gonna quickly wipe down the table. I did clean it off after breakfast and last night, so it's really not that dirty, but I figure since I am cleaning, I might as well wipe it down.
As we wait for the smoke to clear and we watch our dreams appear, I know that we can rise together. This vision that we share is ours. Together we can touch the stars.
So now that I am done wiping this down, I'm gonna go ahead and start vacuuming this area. I figure I would just vacuum it and mop it because I didn't know how long Penelope was going to be napping for, so I just wanted to get this whole area done. So I am just shaking off the rugs, getting any dirt that might be on them onto the floor, and then just moving things around before I vacuum. And if you saw my last cleaning video at this house, this is the new Shark vacuum, and it is amazing for hardwood floors or tiles, just for floors, hard floors in general. It's so good because it has this like super crazy brush that is like flushed against the ground, and it picks up everything. Like, I'm obsessed with this vacuum. I cannot wait to use it at the new place, and just wanted to share that with you guys. But I'm gonna go ahead and vacuum this entire area, and then we're gonna go ahead and mop it. So like I mentioned, this is not a deep cleaning video, but I did move around stuff and got things out of the way just so I could clean a little better. And also sometimes I feel like it is harder just to be shoving the chairs back and forth while you vacuum than if you just get them out of the way and do what I'm doing right now. What do you guys think? I feel like sometimes this is better than just moving all the chairs around, unless you only have 4 like I used to, but this is a lot of chairs to be shoveling around for me to vacuum. I just wanted to say really quickly, sorry about my voice. I feel like it sounds super raspy and it feels like it sounds super raspy. I don't know why. I'm not sick or anything. I don't know if maybe because I'm tired, but I feel like it's super raspy and I sound so weird. So I'm sorry guys. I don't know what's happening. Once I finished vacuuming, I noticed that the baseboards right on these two areas were a little dusty, so I just went ahead and wiped them down with my German chamois. And now we're gonna go ahead and mop. And to mop, I am using a steam mop. This is a Bissell older steam mop. I definitely recommend my Shark one better, just it has different settings and it's just a little newer, but this is what we're using today. So we're just gonna go ahead and steam mop this whole area before we move into the living room. So once we're done mopping, I'm just setting back all the rugs, and I noticed that Penelope got some of her little water paint on the cabinet before or earlier. So I'm just wiping it down and just putting some new dish towels and getting the chairs back in its place and everything back to where it belongs, and then moving on to the living room. Okay, so moving on to the living room, or actually the family room, I'm using this wood cleaner and polish to wipe down the entertainment center. There's not a lot going on in this room besides just toys laying around everywhere. So this is probably the main thing that I need to wipe down. So I'm just using a dry German chamois and the polish spray to clean it up, and then I am also using a Swiffer dry pad for the floor just to clean up the dust and all the electronics. So you guys know I love using the dry pads for the Swiffer to wipe down dust because it gets all the dust you need, and they just work really good. Plus I don't like to spray anything on any of the electronics, so I'm using that to wipe down the TV and the speakers, and also to get any extra dust before I use the spray. And you know I'm catching up on my Housewives. I finally turned the TV. It was playing cartoons for the longest time, so I figure I will catch up with the New York Housewives, which are not my favorite, but these ladies are a bit wild this season. Do you guys watch the Housewives? Like, are you a Real Housewife fan, or do you hate them? And if you love them, which ones are your favorite?
As we wait for the smoke to clear and we watch our dreams appear, I know that we can rise together. This vision that we share is ours. Together we can touch the stars. I know that we will see December.
So once I'm done with the entertainment center, there is not much going on in this room, as I mentioned. So I'm just wiping this speaker off and stuff with the Swiffer pad, fluffing up the pillows and picking up the mess. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of wipe down all the picture frames that are laying on the fireplace, and then we'll be able to vacuum. These little leather storage cubes are awesome for toys, just to not have them laying out everywhere. Most of Penelope's smaller toys are in here, and it actually fits a lot of them. So I'm just putting as much as I can in there, making sure that there's nothing laying underneath the couches, because there usually is. And then we also keep some of her dolls and stuff that she grabs all the time on this corner for her to just have easy access to them. And then obviously her slide and basketball hoop have to always be out, because you guys know she is obsessed with these. So once I got all the toys under control, I'm just using again one of the Swiffer dry pads to kind of like dust off all these picture frames. And this shelf is actually made of stone, so that's why you don't see me wiping it down, because there is no point. So I am just putting everything back, and then we're gonna go ahead and vacuum. So of course, before I vacuum, I need to get everything off the floor just so it makes it easier. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and vacuum and put everything back in its place, and we will be all done. So once I'm done vacuuming, I am just setting everything back in its place, and we are pretty much done. The reason why I didn't mop this area is because Penelope had just woken up and we were taking care of our little cousin, so I figured I would just do it at the end of the night. But this is how everything turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and it gave you the inspiration you were looking for. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you would like to see more, and also subscribe if you haven't yet. I would love to have you guys join our channel. Thank you so much for watching again. Have a great day. Bye.